3, 2, 1, go. You got 30 seconds.
CrossFit endurance is we take the model of CrossFit, which is constantly varied functional movement at high intensity, or a general physical preparedness program. We've incorporated it into an endurance program where we focus mainly on skill development, then we focus on intensity, and then we focus on volume.
Good, that's the type I'm looking for.
As opposed to kind of the typical endurance program where it focuses on volume, then maybe some intensity and very little skill. So we have a lot of strength and conditioning topped with skill development, intensity, and volume.
You're anchoring yourself into the ground. It's almost like you're trying to split a crack in the ground.
The benefits of this have shown that when we work on skill development, we have reduced injury. When we're attaching a standard to something, we're giving somebody something so that they can't make errors at it.
When I don't have that ability to turn this over, to turn my hip over like this, my back makes up for it because the pelvis stays here. Does that make sense?
Using the intensity, we've found that using intensity versus volume allows the individual to develop the skill much faster and a lot better in the fact that it requires more of your central nervous system to work.
Routine is the enemy.
And then we apply out the volume, and it just all has. It's been a process of the last 10 years, really, of learning this. That there was actually an easier, softer way of developing an endurance athlete.
And recovery's so big. It's such a big piece of what we do. So total training time right around a half an hour for the day, and that's it. And the rest is now dedicated to recovery and getting back to where we can get to the next day to go 100%.
This really is too easy.
I wish it was that easy to just lace up your shoes, get out the door, and go run. And it was, hey, no problems. Unfortunately, that's not what's happened. I think not only with the way footwear and the way we've thought in the past have been part of this problem, but the fact that we just have never looked at something as a skill that should have been a skill is the biggest thing I would say you would need to look at.
The world's biggest rubber band.
Awesome.
Yeah, now you get it.
I loved it. I want more.
You need to take a look at why high-level runners can handle doing high mileage, and what are the commonalities of what's going on, and then even taking a look at said runners when they break down. What are the issues and what's happening? Why are they breaking down? And what do we see in the mechanics?
That's the missing variable, and what happens with endurance athletes is making them strong. I'm not talking about bodybuilding. I'm talking about strong. Like the ability not to break down. So getting the athlete to be as strong as possible, so that's why we've incorporated more of the strength, 3 days a week of strength training. Don't rush it on the way down. Remember how I said control it on the way down? Know where you're going, boom, snap it up.
And because it's always the mechanics, it's the problem. It's whether it's load, intensity, or volume that's going to break that down, and where we break that down in the mechanical issue. Whether it be the intensity of what we're doing, whether it be the volume of what it is we're doing, or whether you're adding load to what it is. Maybe you're getting heavier, maybe you're adding a weight vest or something, but we'll exploit the weakness of something, and it'll show us where there's something wrong in volume and intensity and in load. And in that, we know when we get injured, it's just basically we're breaking the rules of what it is nature's laid out. And when we break those rules, injury is the result of that.
There's 10, now you can walk in and be aggressive and slam it if you want. There you go, atta girl.
I feel like my biceps are gonna come out of my arms completely.
So it's intense, but it's good. I'm getting my ass kicked, but I'm good.